We welcome you to another episode of the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Today we're going to be focusing in on what else? Websites. Can't live with them, can't live without them, can't shoot them. I'm Phil Taylor Jones, your host, and we're going to jump in the old website right now. I have been on many a website, and some of them romantic, some of them just for friendship, some of them for more important purposes. And I found problems with all of them, but the main problem that connects them all seems to be that they don't seem to protect their members, protect them from people that are scam artists, people that are spam artists, people that misrepresent themselves in the most elementary type way. They want to get money out of you. They don't even protect your credit card. Anybody that uses a credit card on a website, I would think maybe some red flags would go up. That's a very quick way to get your identity stolen. But what really gets to me is when a website will invite you to come and to participate, and then they start to break you down because they don't protect you from other members or machinations, shall we say, of their own doing, putting programs in place to alert you to certain things or to alert them to certain things. And I'll get into that very, very soon. I'm on this website at current called Google Plus. And for the most part, I've been with it for about 3 years. And for the most part, it was fun. It wasn't as interactive as some sites that I've been on where they have blogs, forums, polls, music, video, puzzles, you name it, this site had it. It was so much fun to be on. Well, Google it's fun. Not as fun as that one, but it's fun. You can create communities, you can have collections, you can post pictures, you can put literary posts on there, and then you can add a picture to that. So I mean, it's okay. It's a good way to pass the time. You can make friends there. I've made wonderful friends there, and even saying so, I'd like to give a shout out to some of my friends that I've met there. There is Sharon and her husband, the Palczynski family. There is Carrie and Carrie Reardon. There's Landon Hurt, who's a good friend of ours. Liz Mason. Oscar Hildebrand and his lovely wife, Tony. Lots of wonderful folks. David Elder. Can't forget about old David. A lot of good folks that we have met, and if I fail to mention your name, you're in our hearts and our thoughts. But here of late, things have begun to fall apart a little bit. When I first joined, I know that they had what they call communities, and I always wanted to, have my own community. And so after I got my new computer, Surface Pro 3, I went in and all sorts of new things popped up that didn't pop up on my old tablet. And so I said, okay, here's a way to make a community. So after consulting with my brother, we decided to make a community, and we did, and people started joining, and we started having a good old time. And something started happening as of last week. I would post videos from YouTube, and they'd be videos of aircraft, cars, food, PBS programs that I think people would enjoy seeing, videos of places, different sports like whitewater rafting and wind sailing, and all sorts of wonderful, cool things that I think members of our community would like. Well, funny thing, my brother came to me one day and he said, I can't answer on your post about this video. And I think it was about a little puppy, a little husky puppy, frolicking around in little antics, cute little thing. And so then he went in further and he noticed that it had been blocked for spam. And he then went and approved it. And then he went on to find that about 10 to 12, maybe even 15 or more of my postings had been blocked. And I said, why am I being blocked? And in cyber world, there are two types of people that make me want to puke. One is a scammer, lowest form of cyber life in my opinion, and a spammer. Right there, his number two or her number two. And for me to be labeled that way on this site, or any site, is detestable to me. To tell the absolute truth, I'm ready to tell Google Plus to rack off. I don't want to be a part of your stupid site anymore if you're going to treat your members this way. But then my brother brought something to the forefront because he's all over the place on computer. He plays games. He belongs to several forums and all this stuff. He's very good at this. I really don't care about computer stuff in cyber world. I'll get on it, but I don't care about it. But he is very, very, proficient in these things. And so he said, well, Phil, number one, it's just not you. I know how you feel about this, but it's a lot of people that are experiencing the same thing with the interaction between Google Plus and YouTube and the switching and swapping of videos therein. And I said, okay, that notwithstanding, I still don't feel too good about this. And he said, well, here's something else that I thought of and I tried. I went to another site that I belong to, and I have I have a phantom account, sort of like a nom de plume, I guess. And I signed into Google Plus, and you can actually mark various things as spam, even in communities. And I found that ridiculous. So, this problem is Google's, period. Now, whether they're doing it personally, I don't want to mislabel or, place blame in the wrong place on that score. So whether they've got a system in place that automatically labels something as spam, or if some creep that doesn't like you or doesn't like the post or whatever wants to mark you as spam, the blame still goes to Google Plus for not protecting its members. First of all, if it's Google that's doing this, if they got some kind of operation in place, why then would they think that an owner of a community would spam or scam their own members or their own thing? That's stupid. It's ridiculous. Google, you need to fix your system if that's the kind of system you have. If you allow any willy-nilly random person to come in and disrupt other people's communities by signifying them or identifying them as spammers, again, I hold you accountable. You need to come by a system in which members are protected. You're Google, for God's sake. You make the cars that drive themselves. You have maps that can pinpoint with total accuracy how to get from one place to another, even in another country or state or city or what have you. You've got the little glasses that can connect you with the computer. What is it, Google Vision?
Google Glasses.
Google Glasses or something. You got all this wonderful stuff, but yet you can't protect the members of your Google Plus website? What is that? You're supposed to be big, bad, worldwide Google. Anybody, I want to know about something. Oh, did you Google it? Oh, sometimes, did you Google it? You can Google that. Well, Google, you need to Google yourselves into protecting your members. I know you don't care if I leave your site or I don't want to be there no more because, with me leaving, 50 million more will come on. And I know that you're a big entity that probably doesn't give a fat rat's butt about, whose feelings get hurt or what have you. But the reason I bring this up is, and anybody can go to my profile, just go to Google Plus and punch in Phil Taylor Jones and my profile will pop up, and you can go through every aspect of it, and you won't find anything there objectionable, because I wouldn't print anything on Google Plus or any other plus that I wouldn't put before our own dearly departed and beloved grandmother. I'm proud of what I posted on Google Plus. I'm proud of what I posted on Facebook or any other site that I may have been on. I make a profile so that visitors can come and enjoy themselves. I post a wide variety of things. Cars, planes, trains, beautiful places to visit, food, funny things. I adore dogs. I am a dog lover. I'm an animal lover, actually, but dogs with great specificity. I love them, and I'll post them. If you look at my profile, it's complete. I don't like incomplete things. Now, if other people have incomplete profiles and that's what they like, then hey, that's on you. But every aspect of my profile is complete. The about me, the what I expect, bragging rights, whatever. They ask for some things and I put a little quip down there. Well, I can't tell you everything. Talk to me and we'll talk about it. But basically it's together. And like I said, all of the things that basically you can do on Google Plus, I've tried to do. I've got communities, I've got collections and regular posts and all that kind of thing. Now, this is what boils my blood. They call me out as a spammer or posting inappropriate content. When I've seen bestiality on Google Plus, vivid, explicit pictures of humans interacting sexually with animals, horses, and other types of animals. We've got children on this site. How do I know? Because some of them circled me. Kids as young as 13, 14 years old. You want to slam me because I put on a puppy picture, a puppy video with the little puppy running around playing and barking at himself in the mirror? You want to label that as spam or inappropriate content? When you see bestiality and you see explicit sexuality, nasty crap on there, how to smoke weed, how to inject drugs and methamphetamine and all that kind of stuff on Google Plus, and you try to call me out? Well, I'm calling you out, Google Plus. You need to clean up your act. Now, as I said before, I've got friends and acquaintances and supporters on there. I haven't been on there really in about 2 weeks because I was really sick of that. Because as I alluded to earlier, calling me a spammer or a scammer is the lowest form of cyber life, in my opinion. I hate those bastards. And that's why, my brother wants me to come back. I've got, my friends and supporters wonder where the hell I am because they know me. I'm always putting stuff on there, changing my profile picture or my profile slate or whatever the hell they call it. Background picture, yeah. I try to keep things interesting because I like to, as I said before, have people come and enjoy themselves. But, I think in this world of cyber shenanigans, whether it's stealing someone's identity, and they do that too. They'll hack into your profile and they'll steal your pictures. One while I had to watermark everything I put on there because you see your pictures, and I know my pictures. You might say, well, Phil, if you go on the internet and you pull a picture, anybody can do that. I look for certain types of pictures. I've got to feel this photo before I put it on there. Because as I said before, I want somebody to see something they possibly haven't seen before. And then they steal it. And not only do they steal your picture, they steal your actual, your writing, what you wrote about. They steal your whole post and repost it as their own. So, as I said, these people, and not only Google with their subsidiary Google Plus, but all of these sites need to clean up their act and learn how to protect their members in this age of cyber shenanigans. They'll steal from you. They'll steal your identity. A lot of friends on Google Plus and Facebook have told me that they had to delete their profiles and create new ones because somebody went in there and just stole all their pictures or went in and posed as this actual person with a lot of people and gotten them all in all kinds of hot water. You know, they've even lost friends because they go in there and cuss them out and they repost nasty things about them or make memes or whatever the hell they call them things and post it in there as the person. Tighten up on your act, Google Plus and all these other cyber muckety mucks. Get in there and clean up your act and make sure that this place is safe for everyone, but especially those sites that don't have real age restrictions. As I said, I've seen children on this thing. And I don't want kids' minds all screwed up by looking at some crap that they got off a website. I mean, it's bad enough in the regular world. So clean up your act. We got 12, 13, 14-year-old kids on here. What are you thinking? God. On that note, do you want to chime in on something while I get myself a drink of water here?
Actually, concerning the community and Google getting their act together, that's what they need to do. Like you said, I had a non-plume that could go into a community that he's not a member of and can mark anything as spam. That's too much power. The power needs to be taken away from random people. And before I continue with that statement, I'll add that I can understand and actually condone any random person having power to mark something as spam in the general population, general public posts, but not in the community, because that's not their ownership. They don't own that. They have nothing to do with that.
Right.
They shouldn't have that kind of power. The owners and the moderators should be the only people that can mark anything as spam. They shouldn't give the community that much kind of power, that type of power. And number two, they should be able to turn automatic spam filters from Google on or off in their community. They need to give the moderators and the owners more power to control if there's any kind of spam at all. Either turn it off or do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I already reached out to the Google Help community. I became a member and mentioned this issue, and the best they could say was to go make a feedback where you can get a screenshot of what happened and explain to Google and hope that they'll email you back. I've done that on the phone version many times, and especially about this issue, and I've never gotten a response. So what makes them think just because I use the computer version for feedback rather than the phone that I'm going to get a response? They're not going to do it because it doesn't fit their needs. It doesn't get them profit. And that's what they're all about, the bottom line. But they seriously need to stop with this crap because it alienates people from their community. And that's not right, They have too much power for everybody else, and not enough power on the people that create their own things, their own communities.
Very true. I mean, I can understand it now. Some communities are open where you don't have to request membership or what have you. You can just go on in there. Well, our community is a closed one. It's private. It's by members or by invitation only, and I agree with what you say. They should have no right if they can't comment.
You have to ask to join.
On your profile or your post, then they shouldn't have the power to do anything there. I would even be against them plus wanting it, but I mean, the plus one is not that big of a deal. But to wield that kind of power on a private community is ludicrous. And as I alluded to before, these people are all about money, and you said that too, and it's true. This whole greedy society is greedy. I mean, why should you have to pay a website to make a friend? There's many a sites you go on, you can join for free, and they'll say that on telly. Come to this.com, come to that.com, and you can join for free. And people will go in there, yeah, that sounds cool. They'll join up for free. And then, to poke at this person or to wink at that person or to shout out at this person or to say hello to that person, you have to be a premium member. And that's $96 a month. Well, all of them aren't that high, but I'm just being facetious. But my point is, why in the hell would you need to pay somebody to make a friend? If you go out in the street and you see somebody that you may want to befriend, you're going to walk up to him and say, "Hi, my name is Phil Taylor Jones, and how you doing? What's your name?" "Oh, you have to pay me $112 before you can hear what my name is." It's too greedy, it's too controlled, and it's too much crap. So folks out there, be very careful about these creepy websites and their greedy way of trying to get money out of your pocket, or their crappy way of not protecting you. And we thank you so much for being, oh, excuse me, once again.
I mean to be interrupting, but I also did want to say something to all the friends we made over there, all the wonderful people. I won't be redundant and repeat all their names, but everybody you mentioned, I'd like to also send out my heartfelt appreciation to all the wonderfulness that they show us, the kindness and the genuine caring feelings they have towards us as real, genuine friends, and the support they give to the community. I do appreciate everything that you guys do for us and everything. And there was something else I wanted to say, and I think I forgot what it was. So
Don't tell me old age is hitting you. You're the younger brother. Anyway, yeah, I want.
okay. I remember.
Oh, he remembers.
I
Now.
interrupted him twice now.
Alzheimer's.
Bad Chris. I interrupted you.
Alzheimer's.
Interrupted you twice now. Bad Chris. It was that I almost I stopped commenting too. I don't know how many days ago. Treating my brother like that. Anything you do bad to my brother, I don't appreciate and I can't stand. So that's also the reason why I haven't said anything in quite a while. Either I haven't posted anything, I haven't said anything. So if you hurt my brother, you hurt me, and that's why I also haven't been on there at all either. But we'll hope to, maybe start posting and, doing things for people like we had before and trying to bring it back to life, I guess.
You interrupted me twice. You're gonna get a dock in your pay. No, no, yeah, that's true. Our community is a very tight-knit community, and we have some very loyal supporters and posters, and they just make it a fun place to be. And as the exec alluded to, it's a fun place to be, and I really miss it. But I just don't feel like I would be wanting to support anybody who's labeling me a spammer. I've seen that crap, even on my profile. I'll post something, and this was before we got to the communities or the collections or what have you, just regular posting. And I'm talking about the 2016 Corvette. And then some idiot will come on there talking about they make beads or something from that scamming place over in Africa. What is that? Ghana. And to go to thisplace.com. And I mean, this thing is like, it's like a constitution. I mean, you can keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and never come to the end of it almost. That's spam. You look at other people's posts and they put it on there too. And they, equate me as being one of those. Just rack off. Google Plus, how dare you? So, hopefully they'll get their act together and, or as Bernie Sanders would say, together. Have this place be a fun place for communities and people to come and meet each other and have fun and share with each other. So having said that, if there's nothing more from the exec.
Just to give the power back to the people that create the communities and not give the general population power over someone else's intellectual property, I guess you could call it.
Okay, you heard it. Power to the people. With that in mind, take care, stay safe, and we hope to see you once again, where, right here on the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Take care. Bye-bye.